Today we will be reviewing Mind Entanglement by Hank and Joseph Lee, produced by Storm Creative Magic. We will be covering both the close-up version and the Jumbo stage version. Here is what you will receive with the close-up Mind Entanglement by Storm Creative. It comes in this envelope. Inside is a card with a link to the tutorial video. You will receive a nice leather wallet, which I have confirmed with Storm Creative that it is genuine leather. You'll also get a special gimmicked envelope. This is used for the bonus effect. The leather wallet is also used in the bonus effect. Lastly, there are 15 picture cards, 3 sets of 5 cards. You will only need 2 sets of the 5 cards to perform the routine. The additional 5 cards are used in the bonus effect or can be used as spares. The back design of the cards are nice and has a travel theme. Moving on to the Jumbo Mind Entanglement. This is sold separately, and here is what you will receive. Jumbo Mind Entanglement comes in this hard case. It is held closed by magnets. The case not only protects the postcards but doubles as a display stand, since the Jumbo version is meant to be performed as a parlor or stage piece. There is a card with a link to the tutorial video, and unlike the close-up version, you will get 10 postcards, which are 2 sets of 5 cards. The images have a little more detail versus the close-up version. Mind Entanglement was released at the Blackpool Magic Convention 2024. I saw it being performed on one of Lloyd Barnes' videos. It had garnered quite a bit of attention and many were asking about the effect in the YouTube comments. It is a matching effect where the sequence of cards you lay down matches that of the audience participant. The routine will be slightly different every time you perform it, as there is some jazzing or improvisation involved. The effect is the same as other ESP matching effects, but with a fresh twist. It is a new and improved version of Impossible, also by Hank. The bonus effect is an extra phase where the audience participant selects one of the landmarks and you have predicted it in the envelope. The cards are printed on playing cardstock with familiar embossing. They can fan nicely and are much better quality than the cards you receive with Impossible. The tutorial runs for approximately 52 minutes. It is conducted in Mandarin with English subtitles. I understand Mandarin, so it's not a problem for me, but I also did read the subtitles. The subtitles are done well, and you should have no problem understanding how to do the effect. Hank goes through every possible outcome that you can come across during the effect. Hank seems to favor getting a match right out of the bat, instead of dealing all the cards on the table, then revealing them all at once. You can see his performance in the trailer. Hank also provides many tips and tricks on how to increase your chances to get an outright match. He also presents the effect as if all the decisions were the audience participants' free choice, and as if the performer has no say whatsoever. You can tell that Hank has performed this countless times. The use of landmarks is a plus, as you can talk about travels and engage with your audience even more, and they will be more relatable to your audience as opposed to ESP symbols. The inclusion of an orientation indicator where you can tell whether the card is upside down or right side up is a nice touch. There is no reset, you just collect up the cards and you are ready to perform again. The cards can withstand examination as the audience holds and handles the card in their own hands. The 10 cards are all you need to perform. It is perfect for EDC and you can carry them in this very nice leather wallet. However, you will need a table or surface of some sort to perform this. As mentioned before, there is some jazzing or improvisation involved, as you are watching what the audience does and then reacting to what you will do next. But once you are familiar with the method and workings, you can perform this any way you wish. Or if you already perform an ESP matching routine, you can use your favorite presentation. Now, the things you need to see are quite small, so in my opinion, it might be a problem for performers who have poor eyesight. The landmarks are distinct and audience members would not have a problem telling them apart. But one small nitpick I have is that there is too much blue sky, which reduces the contrast for each landmark. If you are new to this kind of matching effects, it might take some time to get used to it. You might have to spend some time practicing and getting used to the improvisation and jazzing part, and reacting to the multiple possibilities that the effect might turn out. I feel like making a cheat sheet of some sort helps me remember better. Since there are many possibilities to this effect, there will be times where some outcomes are less ideal than others. As I mentioned earlier, Hank gives some tips on how to get a match right out of the bat and steer the direction towards the more favorable outcome. But there is still a chance of arriving at the less than ideal outcome. These are just minor drawbacks and does not significantly affect the overall effect. These are unlikely to be deal breakers for most users, unless if you have very poor eyesight. The tutorial for Jumbo My Entanglement runs about 20 minutes and is also in Mandarin with English subtitles. The tutorial also includes a live performance by Hank, so you can see exactly how the routine is performed. The marking system is different from the close-up version. What you need to see on the Jumbo version is bigger but harder to see, if that makes any sense. The information that you need to see are not all on one spot. Having said that, since you are on stage, you have more time to do what you need to do. Hank goes through the method and techniques, but in my opinion, the tutorial for the Jumbo version is not as detailed as the close-up version. Jazzing and improvisation is still required as you are still reacting to what the audience participant does. This being a stage or parlor piece, you want the routine to be more streamlined, and Hank recommends just performing the basic routine and to avoid giving the audience participant too much choices and wasting too much time. Similar to the close-up version, you will need some sort of table or surface to deal the cards down. Due to the performer being on stage and the need to deal the cards down, the audience might not see what's going on. This is somewhat mitigated by the display stand. I have the same nitpick here as the close-up version because the images have too much blue. I feel it is more obvious in the Jumbo version as the audience are seeing it from a distance. Overall, both the stage version and close-up versions of My Entanglement are great effects, and I really like them. I would like to thank Hank from Storm Creative for sending me this so that I can do the review for you. Here are some other reviews for you to watch next. My name is Yin Hao, and I will see you in the next video.